you very much for being here. You know, I want to make sure I emphasize about one thing. All of you are VIP tonight. And today, I always tell people, animal first and human second. I have two dogs. And then for 17 years, I'm on the board. Before I say anything, I want to also recognize my very best friend, Chiu Mei Rui, and also Huang Changji. They too are the overseas Chinese commissioner in the past and also current commissioner. Well, please stand up and be recognized. And I just want to emphasize, all of you need to be recognized and to be thank you to be here tonight, because we're not doing anything. We're doing for the student and for the education, and that's what our goal is. And so Michael tell me, say, you have 4 minutes to talk about yourself, and I say I have to speak very fast, okay? So it was like about 1966 I come to this country, and that's 60 years today. It was a long time ago. When I come here, I have $350 in my pocket, and my son and my kid, and my husband. So I started with doing nothing because I want to be a social worker. I want to help the young people. But guess what? Nobody want to hire me because I don't speak enough English, and also I don't type enough. I still do not speak enough good English today. So therefore, I cannot get a social work job. And so I try to make a living. So I was a bartender. So then when I was a bartender, I never be a bartender. And then so the people said, do you know how to make wine? I said, well, give me a day, I'll learn how. So easy, right? Everything okay. I have a book and it's called Dirty Mother and everything else. I can make a drink. But one day there's a guy come in, he said, well, I want a blue Hawaiian. I look at my book, I can't find any recipe for the blue Hawaiian. So I thought, well, I'm just gonna have a blue, kind of blue drink, kind of mint and papaya, and then also avocado, and mix it all up. And I said, okay, that's a blue Hawaiian. So the guy said, I never have a blue Hawaiian like that before. Well, what's your recipe? I said, well, it's a Chinese secret ingredient. So then she said, give me another one. The second one still tastes different because I did. So, and then I went to be a dental assistant. So the guy, the only reason he hired me, only because I was the cheapest one. I only get paid $1.75 an hour. So he hired me and worked me to death 10 hours a day for $1.75. So I still do a good job. So the last one, I finally ended up with being a file clerk at the Washington Mutual Savings Bank. I got $375 a month. So therefore, I was, walk by these people, I think, well, I know I'm smarter than you guys, but I still got this little job. But I have to make a living. So I was a hairdresser, and I was doing an Avon, because that's a lot of women at the Washington Mutual Savings Bank. So I give them $1 each month. I will make another extra of $100. So that's how I come from, that's how I struggle. And then finally, when my mother-in-law passed away, then she has two houses for sale. And I see at the time in 1975, that so grim, you say, the last person leave Seattle, turn off your lights. So therefore, the 2-room house are for sale and nobody want to buy it. And I see the foreclosure. And I said, well, I better go get it. I don't want to see that go foreclosure. It's my mother-in-law's house. I have $3,000 saved up and borrow $4,000 for my sister. So $7,000, I buy 2-room house. So therefore, that's how I started my property management business. And then I worked very hard and got and started that. And then I started working in my house, okay? So I hired my first bookkeeper. Her name is called Dorothy. So she come to work for me. She said, I can't work for you. I said, why not? She said, you don't even have a table. You have only makeup desk. My back hurt at the end of the day. I said, don't leave. I will buy you a desk. Don't worry. So get her working for me. And then pretty soon, the guy knocked on my door. He said, you cannot work here because this is residential area, you cannot have a business. I said, okay, I have to move. So I went to buy a 7-Eleven grocery store. Yeah. So then I work in the grocery store, and the back is a tenant living there. And then he's taking a shower and everything, we can hear everything. And so my bookkeeper told me, I cannot work like that. You got the people taking a shower and the bookkeeper in the front. You have to kick him out. I said, okay, I have to lose $950 a month. So finally, the 7-Eleven grocery store becomes WPI real estate. And then another couple of years go by, my son come and knock at my door. He said, well, there's a guy next 5 blocks away going bankrupt. He's in the property management business. He wants to sell. I said, how much? $750,000. I said, that's too much money. But I said, okay, let's go talk to him. He said, well, how much do you want? I said, he said, well, $750,000. I said, I only have $10,000. He said, that's a deal. You can have it. So I said, everything I told you, it was not a lie. So I paid him $10,000. I bought 9500 Roosevelt Way Northeast. Of course, it's only on owner contract because the bank will not loan me the money because I was not strong enough for that. But every month I pay him on time, and I started with the 9500 Roosevelt, and it's a WPI real estate as today. Today we're managing over 1,000 units, and we have about almost 100 employees. And I'm very proud that TC Woods will take over my property management job. As you know, as you making, only in the United States you can do what I have done. It's just like a miracle. When I come into it, because I don't think I'm that smart, and then still I can make it today, and I just say, I am so lucky. You know what? It's time to give it to the community, and what can be better to give the young kids education, because I believe in one thing: give the kids a fishing pole so they can fish and get the fish all their life, rather than to give them a fish for today. So that is my goal. And I think today I have so many people coming here. They are all devoted to the education, like Cho Mei Rui, like Judy Xu, and so many of you. They are all devoted to the education, because I think education is the key to the young people for their future, and I'm devoted to that. But don't forget, my devotion also to the animal. I have 4 rescue dogs, and I think that they bring us a lot of happiness, and I love them, and I think that they can bring you a lot of happiness in your life. Life, besides making money, make a good life, and only United States can do it because it's a melting pot. Look at all of this. We have Asian, Chinese, American, black people, anything, any races. Everybody can make a living. Only if you believe in yourself, persistent, and go for your goal. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you.
Can we give her another round